Can I ask you something? A little buddy just told me that you went to Africa. You did? You used the flight? And how do you do that? Man, I love the Jennifer Hudson show, bruv. When this lady grabs the microphone to sing, she brings the heavens down. Like the heavens will rain when Jennifer Hudson grabs the mic to sing. And she's iconic, she's legendary, she's an EGOT winner. And she has done so much in the musical space. I'd say she's part of the people that influenced R&B, or people that have, let's say, massive and prominent voices in terms of shaping the R&B space. So her getting a talk show was also a boost. But then let's take a look at some of the people that are in the talk show space. From the Sherry Shepherd show, she's a comedian. She has a history of being on a talk show, The View. She's funny, she's gabby, she's witty, she talks a lot, she's loud, she gives an opinion. Tamron Hall, she's gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. I love her. Tamron Hall was an investigative journalist. Look at her show. It gives insight, it gives perspective. Beautiful set, beautiful TV setup. Same to Sherry Shepherd. Let's go to the Kelly Clarkson show. She's a singer-songwriter, performer. Her show as well, it gives a conversation. You might get a conversation as well, because there's days when she just sings. There's days she criticizes as well. Let's talk about the Karamo Brown show. I think he's the only black male talk show host in the TV space, in the American TV space, who has, let's say, a little bit of visibility, and where people at least can relate to something that touches their daily life. She gives opinion, he judges, beg your pardon, he gives insight, and he reunites. He gives a perspective of community, family, healing, and dysfunction. But at the end of the day, people get to agree or disagree. That's a good format of a TV programming. Now let's get to the Jennifer Hudson show. By the way, just to fill you in, the Jennifer Hudson show has won so many Emmys than all these other talk shows. And also the number of following she has on social media and subscribers, they're humongous, amazing, ginormous. This lady is winning. So what's trending about Jennifer Hudson as well is a lot of people are feeling like she doesn't know how to interview people. She doesn't ask follow-up questions. She doesn't listen actively. From a recent interview she had with comedian Eddie Murphy, where Eddie Murphy's child was supposed to get married to a friend's child. So, they ended up, canceling the wedding plans, and then they eloped. So when Jennifer Hudson asked about it in the sit down with Eddie Murphy, it was like, did you get a chance to sing at your child's wedding? Eddie Murphy kept on saying, I didn't get to sing because they eloped, but Jennifer seemingly did not get the point. And then she kept on, asking the same question. A lot of people are reacting online and saying that she's dumb, she needs to go take a break, she needs to be replaced by Keke PULMER. But I tell you this, being a talk show host requires you to be literally a journalist. You can come from the comedic space or from the comedy space. You can come from the radio space. You can come from the TV space. All these people have a history. Apart from Kelly Clarkson, I've never seen her, being a journalist in the past. She's also been in the musical space, just like Jennifer Hudson. So it requires you to be funny, conversational, chatty, gabby, inquisitive, reactive, have an opinion. But Jennifer Hudson, sometimes she gives the whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, how you do that? Oh, how you do that? It's like, from the reactions, a lot of people are saying maybe most of the guests that go on that show, they usually brief, just know that Jennifer is not going to get the tea. So give what you got to give and let's get the hell out of here. But also, I want to commend the Jennifer Hudson show. If it weren't for the Spirit Tunnel, we wouldn't be knowing about Haron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. I don't think we'll be knowing about that. And I think the Spirit Tunnel is just amazing. So for me, I'll say this. Maybe Jennifer Hudson can take a break just a little bit to comb her journalistic skills, because being a talk show host, you're a journalist literally. Even if you're a comedian, you're asking questions. You are asking, you're listening actively, you're responding, you're reacting. The real reason, the sole reason why you're on that show is to inform. So you're asking. And I thank God for people like Wendy Williams. I watched the Wendy Williams show for the longest time. When I was given a chance to be on radio and produce a gossip segment, I literally rip out stories that Wendy Williams had told on her show, and I convert them. I write it in the Kenyan English, and I broadcast it on radio. So Wendy Williams was marvelous. Wendy Williams would interview you, and she would tell you things that you've not known about yourselves. She would expose you in your face and read you to filth. Wendy Williams was an icon, legendary and momentous. So she set the pace of what it looks like to be, a TV talk show host. Shout out to Trevor Noah. I think that's another male talk show host personality who was that thing for some time, at least who's black, but the rest are white. Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, and the rest here. So it takes a lot to actually be a talk show host. It's something that I personally would love to do. I love to get my own talk show talk show, yeah, like the Brian Sanko show, or Sanko Tonight, or Let's Get Real with or Sakwa Live. I love to get my own talk show. So for me, I'd say this: I love the Jennifer Hudson shows. She's beautiful, she's amazing, she's legendary. Her interviewing skills just need to be calmed a little bit. She can take a break and then come back. Also, the number of subscribers and the following, Jennifer Hudson has the biggest share. It's like a lot of people are saying, oh, she's an industry plant. Also, she's in favor of the people who control the talk show industry space. So there could be a lot of people who deserve to have a talk show, but they settled on Jennifer Hudson. So there's a reason why. So Jennifer Hudson, you continue being there. We'll keep watching.